What is going on, everyone out there in our Cats Chat world? We are live now, and we're about to get to this next episode started. I'm not for sure what was going on. My intro didn't play on my side. It just had it ticking. I don't know. Could you hear it on yours?
Yeah, I heard the intro.
Okay, great, because it was just blank on mine. It was very confusing, but I guess
No, when you first started, it was really loud. That's why I kind of stepped back because, I'm not used to using these AirPods. I'm used to
I got
listening
you,
through the computer.
Okay. So anyways,
right.
We're live back for the next episode here. Of course, Cats Chat. We got some people jumping in the comments already. We're really excited. We've got a wonderful guest getting ready to jump on here with us. But before we get on to that, Mark, I don't feel right if I don't at least ask how are you doing and actually care, act like I love you.
I mean, doing good, doing well. It's been like I said, we were off for 4 or 5 days in a row and then back to the grind. So we got 2 more days and then Christmas break. So I'm ready.
I've heard that. Of course, Johnny's already telling Mike to turn the TV down. He just come busting out. It must have been loud in there as well. But
so how are you doing, Michael?
I'm not a teacher, so I don't get those days off. But it's been fun. Today is, of course, my day off. Our school had a field trip to Virginia to the Barter Theater where they had a Grinch, and it was wonderful. I absolutely love it. Of course, it makes me think of Mom every time because that's what we used to do as a field trip 30 years ago. So it was a lot of fun. Got to do that. Chick-fil-A afterwards. Went to the Pinnacle over there and went into, Bass Pro Shop. Got surprised because Santa Claus was there. So, we grabbed the kids, went over there, got a picture with Santa. And so we've had a good fun day today.
Awesome.
But I guess that brings it up for our intro and say, hey, how are you doing? Let's go ahead and get to our guest here because most of the people who are on here right now are here for the guest, not us, because, we're just a beautiful face. And then I also have Mark on here too.
So, well, I mean, that's a stretch right there. Beautiful face. Is that what you said?
It's a face for radio, I know. But guys and gals, we're so thankful to have her join us. It's Amelia Hassett with, of course, the Kentucky basketball team. And let me bring her up on the stage here. Got to click the right one. There we go. How are we doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
We are doing fabulous. So before we get this out there, because some of our viewers may not know exactly a lot about you, so let's just go ahead and say this accent and where it's from. Of course, where are you from and how did you get here?
I'm from Australia. I guess you can tell by the accent. And then I guess I just got here through kind of a recruitment agency who helped me come over here, and now I'm here in Kentucky.
Awesome.
And we're glad you're here.
And me too.
I'm gonna kind of just jump in here. I'm scatterbrained. If you've ever watched any of our podcasts, you'll figure that out. But of course, going into this season, Clara Strack's been the number one talk for the girls basketball. We had Tiani Key on here, fell in love with her and just the different abilities that she has as well. Mm-hmm. And of course, you're the third tall person on this team here who can actually shoot well. So you're probably the most versatile player that we have as far as going down low, basically could play, quote, center minutes while also playing guard. So how has that been for you this year, trying to play both positions, really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's I would say it's a good thing to be able to be versatile, but it definitely makes you more, I guess, have to lock in and focus and realize what position you are playing and who you are defending and things like that. But I mean, playing with Clara and Tiani, obviously both amazing players, I think it's just great because, any three of us could come in and, block your shots. So, I mean, it's just, it's a great thing.
So do you guys enjoy, focusing on, the block shots? Because, last year we got the award as a whole team, most blocks, I think it was. And now, of course, we're continuing to lead in blocks pretty much every game. We say, hey, we're going to challenge every shot basically and risk, because you guys don't get yourself out of play either. It's just you are determined with that hand up against, so knowledgeable that it's going on.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think just being able to change someone's shot and then coming in and what Tiani can swat it, Clara can swat it to the bleachers or whatever. But I think just honestly just being able to just be in those right spots and having that ability to change someone's shot and then even just getting a hand on it, I think it just makes it tough for the offensive.
I think it's cool because in the games I've watched, it's not like I don't feel like you're all just going for blocks. It just kind of comes naturally with the defense. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
As Coach Brooks, is he able to kind of talk about his guards or his wing plays on the perimeter anyways? Hey, you can challenge some of these passes. You can overplay, shoot the gaps more or less because we've got 3 towering giants back here that can pick up. Is that kind of how you all look at some of the defense play, the passing lanes, I guess, a little more?
Yeah, so a little bit we're kind of in like that help kind of defense, I would say. So we are in the gaps, and obviously if we do get blown by Clara or Tiani or even anyone's there to kind of help out there. So I would say it's like a very much a help defense, team defense kind of playing instead of just always being up in the lanes, trying to get those steals that I guess you would say would more come naturally.
Right. Okay. As far as offense this year, of course, 3-point is you. We know that. Of course, you can put it on the floor and penetrate as well. What's been this offseason, what you worked most on coming up to this season? Of course, we're in December, but like what was one of your focus coming into this season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously coming off last year, there was a few things to work on. Just my confidence, I would say, as well. I mean, the SEC is such a big conference to play in, and your first year can be scary at sometimes, but just coming back with that confidence. And then I would say we mainly worked on getting my shot off a little faster because people do know that I am a shooter now. So definitely just working on that, and then, yeah, just continuing to expand my game at all levels.
I think that's a key point that you're talking about, being able to get that shot off quick. Because I was calling the game last night, and the young lady, like, they were like, why she's a great shooter on our team, our high school team. And he was like, I want to know why she's not shooting. And I was like, well, it takes her a second to get in her motion, and the defense is coming out quick enough, too quick for her, and she couldn't get the shot off. So I think that's kind of cool that you're even working on that at the collegiate level. The same thing, just to kind of keep a defense honest, really.
Yeah, exactly.
What are some of the steps to try to make it faster that was for you to at least improve on?
Yeah, I would say like the ball can come to you anytime, like even if you're ready or not. So I think it was one main thing we're kind of working on, getting my feet set, my feet always being ready. Like if it's a bad pass, like doesn't matter, like your feet are already ready and you can just go up into your shot.
For someone like you, does Brooks say, hey, before you even think about dribbling, look at the rim, like that's what we want you to fire right away, or are we looking for pass?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have the ultimate green light then, correct?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Have you ever thought, hey, I've got the green light, let me just go ahead and take this anyways, and if it's a bad shot, I'll hear about it. If it goes in, they won't say a word. Do we like to do those any?
Yes, he definitely would call you out if it's a bad shot.
Okay.
But I mean, that's part of it. Obviously, you learn when to shoot, when it's a bad shot, when I guess someone like Claire on the inside maybe has a mismatch. So yeah, he definitely tells you.
Gotcha. And of course, we've had Brooks on the show last year, and it was a lot of fun. And definitely acts like a father figure, especially with him having so many daughters as well. He's a cool guy. Of course, I actually even got a little autograph thing from him, not because he's personal with me, but you call that 1-800 number for their UK athletics. But anyway, appreciate you, Coach Brooks, and yeah, a lot of fun with that. But so, who's been the most cut up in the locker room this year? Who's the one that Coach Brooks is going to fuss at the most?
Gosh. Like
basically, who's going to get you in trouble when something serious is supposed to be happening? That's.
Oh, I don't know, because I think we're all now learning like pretty good that if he's in like you can tell that he's in like a mood, like we're not playing good, we're not like communicating, and everyone I would say is kind of like, okay, guys, like we need to lock in, like we know he's in a bad mood, like he knows we're playing bad. So I would say
what's his tell sign on that? Because I know when my mom says my full name, I'm in trouble. What's Brooks doing like? What's he do?
Oh, he just has like this look on his face.
I was going to say, he seems like a guy. I mean, he's got daughters, so he's going to have the look. Like
exactly.
My kids know they know when they can approach me about something and when not to ask dad for something. So
I bet he's got that head tilt down and look up thing. No,
he has the look.
All right. So let's see here. In today's world, and I'm just asking random questions. You know that. Who's the most TikToker in the locker room?
The most TikToker.
We definitely. I guess, but we definitely have a few TikTokers. I guess we all love TikTok, but I would say Lexi Lexi definitely, and Clara. She does love a TikTok too. But I mean, we all kind of jump in, do the dances. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's
So
something
Lexi,
that's always like amazed me is how quick people can learn these dances. Like my 9-year-old that you met just a second ago, like she's constantly, I'll see her in the kitchen doing dances. I'm like, what are you doing? And like she's learning the dances. So
Exactly. Yeah. It takes like 5 seconds.
So does TikTok ever get in the way of Coach Brooks's coaching?
No.
Okay. I mean, not even summertime. Like, has he never had to say, "Okay, girls, put the phones away. We've got to like practice. No TikToks going on here."
No, we're normally pretty good, I would say, because we're like always there. So like getting ready for practice and like if we have time, we like set up a little TikTok dance or something. But I would say that we know when it's time to like put the phones away and like it's practice time. Yeah.
Got a question here. It says, I'm curious who her favorite men's Kentucky Wildcat is. Like, who's your favorite player on the men's side?
Oh gosh. I know that Mo was hurt a little bit, but I do think he has really good hustle and like he gets those offensive rebounds. So I do like how he plays.
Okay, I get that. We definitely missed it. It showed.
Yeah.
Another question here. How do you feel your shooting has improved from last year to this year?
I guess obviously we're kind of talking about it there that it definitely has felt like it's kind of getting off faster and it's a little more like I know kind of what my spots are or that kind of stuff.
As a shooter, and that's something I never was, do you go out and practice and like say, hey, these are my 3 spots that I definitely want to be shooting from and kind of work on that? Or do you just, hey, all around the 3-point line, I'm shooting everywhere and getting so many shots up? Like, how does that go for a shooter?
Yeah, so I would say definitely work on like all around the 3-point line, but then just like kind of in the plays, working on the shots that I kind of get within the plays as well.
Okay. How many shots do you think you get up a day?
Oh, gosh, I would have no idea because sometimes in practice we definitely shoot a lot, and then sometimes before practice I might go in and shoot with Coach Hicks and some of the managers. So yeah, I have no idea honestly.
Okay, that's a question I do want to ask because you mentioned Coach Hicks. Who's the coach that is most likely to get a player in trouble because they're trying to be funny or cutting up too?
She can't tell you that, then she gonna get in trouble.
Exactly. No, I don't know. I think they all have like their little like their goofy side to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
All right, of course. Now let's go a little bit actual good stuff, I guess what we should say here of our conversation of an interview. Of course, against Belmont last, I guess the 14th, whichever day that was, 3 days ago.
Balled out on that one.
19-10 on 5 3-pointers. Did it just come naturally, or was some of the plays called for you, or just kind of walk us through that game on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just came naturally, I would say. Obviously, we have such a big presence on the inside, and they were kind of doubling inside there. So, I mean, it was just kind of wide open shots and stuff, and then, yeah.
Okay, of course, the 10 rebounds. Like, what's the most rebounds you ever got in a college game? And I apologize for not knowing that.
I think this year it was 14.
Okay. And just in case you guys didn't know what that word was, it was 14, okay? I know. That 14, I'm not for sure what that is. But so maybe that's something too. Who's been the hardest person or even coach or player or even just someone with the UK organization that's been the hardest for you to communicate with our accents? Of course, again, he'll be here.
I don't even know. Gosh, I feel like actually one of our managers, Bryce, he has like a very thick country accent from like Kentucky, and like sometimes the words he say, it's like, wait, like what are you saying?
I get that, especially with the name Bryce. They got to be Eastern Kentucky. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. And it's crazy, talking to each other, we don't feel like we have that much of an accent, but then as soon as you go out of Eastern Kentucky, you're like, yeah, I stand out. Like,
I I'll even say this. What's crazy for me is when I actually listen to her podcast back, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm a hillbilly. Like, it's just when we talk, we don't hear it, but then we hear it back and it's like, oh my.
You're like, yeah, you catch yourself. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. We've talked about the locker room. We've talked about the game last week. We're ranked, I think, is it 12th or 15th now?
12th now.
12th now.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's a few more SEC teams ahead of us still.
Mm-hmm.
Preseason, I think Kentucky was ranked to be 8th in the SEC. And personally, I thought that was just disrespectful of us because this team is definitely very well. What is our limit, or what's our, well, I don't want to say limit. What is our ceiling of what we're pushing for? Like, what's our goal that we have for this year?
Yeah, well, we talk about it all the time in practice, but we kind of come in the huddle, and the thing we break is SEC champs.
Okay.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
we're definitely trying to get that, and then just, honestly, just going into the SEC conference and kind of playing, I guess, together and looking to be the SEC champs there.
Okay.
Awesome.
I like that. I like that. What's the one? Let me ask you this way. Any SEC player that we would be playing against that you look forward to as a big challenge individually?
Gosh. Yeah. I mean, last year, obviously, I would say, like, playing against LSU again, Texas, but even, like, I guess from last year, like, defending some of those, like, really great players, like, I mean, I'm excited to play, like, Madison Booker again, kind of, because I guarded her last year, and that was even, like, Texas team is really great, like, obviously, they're great teams, yeah.
How much film do you think you watch? Like, before you go into a game, how much film do you feel like you watch on a team? Usually, like, not every game, but.
Yeah, usually we would watch a lot of film of the team, individual players, kind of what they like to do, and stuff like that. So yeah, we would watch, I mean, a couple times, like in one day we watch it a couple times, and then the next day we might watch it again, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's one thing that, like, your basic fan doesn't really understand is, like, how much studying you guys do. You don't just go in and go, okay, I'm guarding number 4.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. Like, you learn their tendencies, you learn what they want to do, and it helps you both defensively and offensively.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, listen, we're at our 20 minutes almost, and I want to try to be respectful of your time because I know Kami, she likes to fuss at me some when I go long-winded here. So we'll go ahead and jump on over to the fourth quarter questions. Sound good?
Okay, sounds good.
Brace yourself. I'm just warning you.
Let's see here. I've got to actually find them on my phone. I apologize.
Well, while you're looking for them, I will tell you this. When I brought this up in the classroom today, the kids were like, hey, play one of those snippets. And I played the little fourth quarter questions with Jasper Johnson. And they were like, what is he asking him?
That breaks my heart. Oh, well. All right. So, favorite superhero?
Wonder Woman.
Soup Wonder Woman? Okay. Okay, Wonder Woman. Are there any Australian superheroes? Like, I mean, I apologize for that.
The Crocodile Hunter. He was a superhero for me.
That is true.
Listen, Steve Irwin, like, I loved watching him. There was something about
Crocodile Dundee. When he comes to New York.
No, I'm talking about the Crocodile Hunter, man. That was I loved that show.
May he rest in peace. All right, back to this. Superhero Wonder Woman, not super whoever we're going there. What's your favorite food?
Italian.
Are we getting spaghetti? We getting fettuccine?
I would say like shrimp pasta and a pizza as well, both together.
Okay, that works. Sure. All right, now here's when it gets kind of crazy. You're putting a fresh thing of Charmin's toilet paper on the roll. Do you put it to where it unravels over the top or under the bottom?
Over the top.
Okay, good. You're not crazy. Great. We love that. Any superstitions before a ball game or in life?
Before the game, depending what uniform we wear, I have the same pair of underwear, I guess, for each uniform, which is kind of, I guess, a normal one.
I got you. I mean, at least they're clean, of course, so that's
Yes.
okay.
Exactly.
Sometimes they don't wash them. Let me tell you. What was your dream as a kid?
Oh. Oh wow. I knew that I didn't want to be a teacher.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't blame you there. I get it.
Yeah.
he's a teacher. So just no teacher, nothing else.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like that's really all. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, let me ask you this: what's your major?
Sports journalism.
Okay, awesome. So we want to be a writer sometime, or a host.
Maybe not a writer, more of like host, kind of maybe it's part of the social media, something like that.
Okay, well, if you ever want to join us at Cats Chat, just let us know, and we'll think about it. All right, let's see here. Superstitions. Let's see here. Toilet paper. Streams kid. All right. So here's our sponsor. We're a little plug here as it goes across the bottom. If you haven't had some wings, buffalo wings, you've got to go to Golden Flame Wings out by the mall or right in front of the theater. If you've not had it, go. They're delicious.
Best wings ever.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you are to go there and you order whatever kind of wings of dressings you want to do, are you saying bone in or boneless?
Boneless.
Boneless. Right there.
Yeah.
He makes fun of me. Everyone makes fun of me because they say it's chicken nuggets, but it's clean and it's just the way to go.
Yeah. I did
Awesome.
actually eat wings for dinner today.
Okay, boneless then, I'm sure.
Boneless, yes.
There we go. We're best friends now.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, now, with those wings you had today, do you have ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
Oh, I was holding my breath on that one. Australians, you never know.
Listen, I don't know if I told you this the other day. We were out eating after church on a Sunday, and my wife got blue cheese with her wings, and I almost started crying. Like, I was like, how are you eating blue cheese?
Yeah, no.
That's close to getting papers for divorce. I ain't going to lie on that one. Okay. Kraft mayonnaise or Miracle Whip mayonnaise?
Oh.
You don't like mayonnaise, do you?
No, I don't really know the difference. I just normal, regular.
Okay.
Just mayonnaise, Michael.
Is it a dark blue bottle or is it a more light blue?
Oh, I think it's the dark blue.
Okay, so that's Kraft. All right, we're good now. Good.
Okay.
It's the real mayonnaise. Are we a gamer? Do you like to play any sports or Xbox, PlayStation?
I do have a PlayStation.
Fortnite? Okay, so we PlayStation. What's your go-to game?
I would say I've played Fortnite on there probably the most, but the Fortnite that you can't build stuff.
Oh, definitely.
See, that's the one. I have never played it, but when these kids would tell me about it, I'm like, I get mad enough in Call of Duty when somebody's shooting me. If I was shooting and they build a building to get away from me, like I would lose my mind. I couldn't take it.
Exactly.
See here, Jimmy's got a question on here. It says, besides the fans, of course, what's your favorite thing about Kentucky? That's a good question.
That is really good. I definitely love the food here, actually. I feel like there's a lot of different food options, and they have my favorite part would be the crepe place, Shake and Crave.
I don't think I've been there.
Sorry?
I don't think I've ever been there.
It's like you can get the best crepes there, and I would say it's just like my go-to sweet treat place.
Gonna have to check it out.
Yeah,
I got you. Well, I was going to ask waffles or pancakes, but I guess you're more of a crepe person.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a new one for me to put on there. All right. I do have to ask this. It's not a part of here. It's just our conversation now. Have you had gravy and biscuits yet?
I have.
Okay. And?
No. I don't like them.
I'm sorry, everyone that we had her on the show today. I do apologize for that, but this is why we love God, because ain't nobody that's perfect, and we understand our faults here, and we understand your flaws that you don't like gravy and biscuits. We will push through this.
Now, I will say she may have just not had some good ones, like because I've had gravy and biscuits before that wasn't good. So
yeah, recently I have only just been starting to like the biscuit with the sausage in the middle.
Okay.
That's.
Have you had homemade drop biscuits yet?
No.
Okay. My wife needs to make you some biscuits
Yes.
and some biscuits and gravy.
And biscuits and gravy, yeah.
Yes. So you understand what hotel biscuits and gravy, it's not biscuits and gravy. That is store-bought everything, and it's just starch. So if that's what you're going by, don't go by that.
Okay.
I got one quick question I want to flip real quick. He asked about what your favorite thing about Kentucky was. If we were go to visit Queensland, where you're from, what is the spot we'd need to hit?
Oh. In my hometown, it's it's definitely smaller, but I don't know if it's still open. I'll have to check with my parents. But there was this really good Indian place, and it had the best curry. So I would definitely say go there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. There's a big comment here, Mark. I'll let you read it because I struggle with the whole alphabetical.
It says, "That's me and Court's girl right there. She was so nice to us. Grabbed a photo at the La Familia game. I wonder if she remembers us. It was her, Strack, and Lexi."
Oh.
So, I'd say you take quite a few photos.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so you're cutting a sandwich in half that you made. Are you going to cut it straight across or diagonal?
I would say straight across.
Okay, we're back in this. Okay, we're back in this. Good. Mark is a diagonal. He wants to make Princess happy, is what he says. So,
if she wants her, if Macy tells me to make her sandwiches in triangles, I'm making them in triangles.
My kids are lucky they got the sandwich made. I'm just going to say. I do know one of my daughters does not like mayonnaise. That's why I could tell by your face you didn't like mayonnaise. So it's.
Oh, okay.
I asked you this earlier. Any hidden talents? Were you able to think of any?
I don't really know. I don't think so.
Okay, I'm going to ask this one, and it hurts my soul to ask this. It's a comment here. What are your thoughts on the whole 6'7" thing?
I think it's been going on too long, and that it needs to leave.
Yeah, it was funny for a while, and now it's just. See, I teach math. Think about how bad that is.
Yeah,
it's all the time.
It's just it needs to leave now.
I agree.
Gotcha. And I agree with you. I'm trying to make it cool for a parent so my kids don't like it, but
Yeah.
Favorite sports movie, and it could be more than one.
I definitely like Love and Basketball.
Gotcha.
And then I would say Coach Carter is also a really good one.
Awesome.
That's a
good
good
one. Solid ones. Well, that's all the questions I have for the fourth quarter questions. You survived, except for the gravy and biscuits, but we'll take care of that. We'll try to get you some that are actually made from scratch. And Amelia, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck to you guys for the rest of the season, and hopefully we'll actually get to see you all. Got a game this Friday. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Friday. Of course, guys, go out and support there if you're up in the area. Of course, to the historic Memorial Coliseum. Go out there and get those tickets. So let's cheer on.
I'm hoping we can go up Friday. I don't know if I can or not because they did give us
media passes.
We got media credentials for it, but where I do radio, our girls have a game that night. I don't know if he's going to send us to it or not yet. So
we may get to see you this Friday.
Yes.
Yeah. All righty. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Oops, I cut her off too soon on that. Bye. Well, Mark, that was always fun having Amelia on here, and it's wonderful to get to know these players. We say this every time, a little more personable instead of just seeing the number or a face of what they do out on the court. It's good getting to know who they actually are. And Jimmy, in the comments here, man, I appreciate you saying it's a great show. Thank you for some of your questions with that.
Yeah, that's what I told my kids today. I was like, if you guys get on here, if you want to watch a show, you can get on here and ask these people questions live. When we're live, absolutely. We want you to ask them questions because it helps out. Because, we've talked about it 100 times. This is what we want to do. We want to get to know the person behind the player. Because I feel like when you get to know the person, it makes it a lot I don't know. It makes it more personable. You're not going to be a fair weather fan that's just going to down everybody. You know what I mean? Right. You see the person, and it makes it better.
Well, let's be honest. In times prior, we've said that we've just not watched much of women's basketball whatsoever, and that's on us.
And I try to watch it now.
Yeah, and Caitlin Clark has made it somewhat more exposed, I guess. And then we had Georgia Amore on last year, and just wow, what a wonderful person she was. Back in her gaming chair while talking with us. And then, of course, she gets drafted into the WNBA. And now we've had Tony.
I'm liking this Australian pipeline we have right now. This is kind of nice.
Yes. And so we've had Amelia now. We've had Tiana. We had Clara. We had Morgan on as well. We're getting to know them, so we do want to cheer for them individually as well. So that's what's getting great about it. And the team is good. And if you all have not watched the girls play, they're better than our boys team right now. Let's just be honest. They're ranked 12th.
They're balling. They've lost one game.
And it was against a good team. So I'm really excited that we do get the media passes to go to the game this Friday. I'm not for sure. Again, I'm with you on that one if I can make it or not, because with all these NTIs, it's messed up my schedule to try to stay home. Jimmy says, I'll try to keep an eye out for your shows. For sure, will you guys be at Tuesday's men's home? Unfortunately, the men's are for media passes are on a different level for us, apparently.
Yeah, we're just kind of getting going. We've not really – we got lucky. We got into Big Blue Madness. We got into, that kind of stuff. And but like to get into a game, there's just so many different media outlets that were already going. And so like basically you already have your news, your locals in Lexington area. And then also you have your ESPNs, your SECs, all the national league or national medias that have prior. We understand that. But the more subscribers we get, the more publicity we get, the more we grow, the more chances that we actually have. I hate to say this, I'm not talking bad about KSR, but, they have about 5 people that go to the games to watch them, which, they're really just hanging out to watch it. And then a couple of them we'll talk about it later and do the recaps and all that stuff. Well, we could take 2 of those seats and actually have another, take on the game. But another perspective. Well, the thing is, we both are so busy. It's like that's the one thing, I told you with this, it's going to be hard for us to break into that space because we're 2.5 hours away.
Right.
You have a job, I have a job, especially during basketball season. It makes it really hard for me because you're not just doing one team, you're doing the girls and the boys. So it's like I'm following both of them. And a lot of time Kentucky's games falls on the same night a high school will be playing. So.
Right. Yeah, usually high school is Tuesday, Thursdays. Kentucky always plays Tuesday and Saturday, it seems like. But
yeah,
it just gets tough. But maybe one day we'll be able to go and enjoy it. Mark, we're at 9:30. I wanted to talk a little bit of football if you wanted to and talk about some of the coaches. Or we can just go ahead and call it a night. I'm not going to lie. It's been kind of crazy. Let's see here. I got to read this one. Jack Pilgrim is the Pitts dude, is one of the love Kentucky when they win top guys. I actually like Jack Pilgrim, but I do think okay, I'm going to be honest, Mark, you don't know this, but yesterday, me and CJ and the guy with the NBA podcast, we tried out for a 2K team for the Washington, their team that they have. And there's a guy who streams it live while we're doing this. And he was bad-mouthing a lot of stuff. He bad-mouthed me because I did play bad, I ain't going to lie. But they keep going for that content, and I understand it. And I think sometimes Jack Pilgrim is saying what he needs to say, but stretching it for the content. And I get it. It's when Kentucky's playing bad, we want to just say, man, we're playing horrible.
What can we do to fix it? Not just complain.
Right. So, but does that make people want to say, oh, wow, Jack Pilgrim said that, or saying, wow, this is the worst team I've seen play in Kentucky in years? That extends it and gets more of an draw attention to it. So I get it. You have to do that sometimes. I just don't want to do the whole clickbait.
We're probably never going to get that shock and awe. You know what I mean? It never will. You know what I mean? We're never going to be that shock and awe type media people. It's just, that's not us. It's not our personality. Yeah, Jimmy, I remember we traded cards back in the day. That was man, we're old. That's all I can say. Because I'm 4 years from retirement now, man. We're getting up there. But believe it or not, I still grab some cards here and there. I try to pick some up.
Absolutely. Listen, I was watching, it's on Netflix. We're getting way off topic here, but that Golden, I don't know if you ever watched it. It's
Golden Auctions,
Yes, but but they got a Netflix.
Have they got a new season?
I might have been late to it, to be honest with you, because we ain't been Netflickers for a long time, if that's even a word.
Netflickers?
Yeah, it sounds good to me. Sounds like it's a finger soccer table game. Oh, Netflickers. Sorry.
Oh, man. And you don't have to worry about it, Icon. We will never stoop to that level. So.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we will.
It's just not us.
Yeah. But, yeah, we do have a basketball game coming up. Football has a lot of talks going on with different coaches coming in and all that. Really excited for some of these. Haven't heard much of what's next for Stoops. That's something I'm interested in, trying to watch out. I don't blame him if he just takes a year off and don't even worry about it. part, but I will say, I don't know if you knew this, but there was a rumor that they were trying to get Stoops to be the defensive coordinator. But I don't know how much can go into that, but I did hear through the grapevines that there was at least a conversation about it. So we'll see. I don't, obviously we already have it.
I've heard a lot of rumors floating around about football already. Like, I mean, I heard that there were maybe some connections with Bryce Underwood from Michigan, some talks there.
Okay.
Don't know. I mean, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, how legit is that? Because if that's happening, it makes me wonder, is something going to happen with Boley? Is he thinking about, and with Matt coming in, like what's going to how that's going to look? Like, would you want to throw another quarterback in? Which competition's always good, because if you have good competition, it's going to bring out the best in people, and that's so. I mean, I'm okay with that, but I would have never dreamed that we'd have went after Bryce Underwood from up in Michigan. But I just heard that rumor. I don't know, it was just floating around Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. And Jack Pilgrim actually did break news today that is going to be tough. We had one of our linemen declared for the draft. He was going to be one of our returning linemen. It was Jalen Farmer.
Okay, gotcha. But I will say, I think that's one reason why it's already been thrown out that Boley is QB1 for next year. That way he don't get any kind of cold feet possibly and want to jump ship, because, we have heard that Stone is already out. So I think he wants to keep the Kentucky boys.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's already saying Boley. But saying Boley number one helps him think, okay, let's get this going on. So you want to say that I'm number one. Let's get this going. Of course, we had Matt on, was it 2 weeks ago?
On a Thursday.
Yes, on a Thursday, special episode. So having him come in as a freshman, learning under Boley a little bit as a sophomore, like, that's crazy to think that we're going to have him for quite a while if we can keep developing and keep him there. So, man, honestly, it's been a lot of buzz of some of these transfers that are at least interested in Kentucky. I want to say there were 6 that we are targeting right now that I was looking at. I've lost it now. I was going to try to talk about it.
One thing I really hope they do is to shore up that offensive line. That's one thing I hope we do. Shore up that offensive line. So, especially now that, Farmer's leaving too, you're going to have to basically rebuild the whole big blue wall. It's not just going to be able to make a patch and just patch it. You're going to have to rebuild the whole wall.
And that's one thing that's been kind of talked about the football as far as filling the voids is in the past, I will say 4 years, the blue wall was our calling card basically. But in the past 4 years, we've had transfers that had to fill in those spots, like transfer seniors to try to fill it for a year and not really have any of the younger class come in to help develop that, other than like 1 or 2 each year. And of course, I think last year was a starting block for that. Of course, now we have a new coach and everything coming in. Hopefully they can get some high schoolers to build up from freshmen up to seniors, and we don't have to keep searching for those transfers. And but that's one thing they're already kind of talking about going on with. Icon's got a comment here. People so worried about high school recruits, but the portal is everything nowadays until they get a contract for 2 or 3 years. I agree. I just hate that the portal is getting them. They're one and done's in a different way now. So
it's changed the whole landscape. I mean, it really has.
It really has. This will be something we'll continue to talk about for months, maybe even years, and even the JMI, that whole stuff. I don't know if you did any more research on that, but there's still talks about it.
Well, no, but I mean, I've heard that, that JMI may have cost us 2 recruits in basketball. Like, we're no longer on the crystal ball prediction, which, I mean, the whole crystal ball thing, they never know for sure what they're going to do, but they're usually pretty close. So I hope it's
I don't know
not
if you remember when we talked to the South Carolina 24/7 guy during Trent Noah's commit.
Yeah.
When we talked to him, I don't know if you remember this. He said usually if they do give a projection or of a crystal ball, they have about 98% sure that that's what's going on. So for it to be that and now it's backing off, that scares me a little bit to not understand why in the world we had a projection going up that he's picking Kentucky and now it's off. So we'll see how it goes. And, Stokes is one of those guys that everybody talks really big about of hoping they come to Kentucky. But, I think you mentioned last week of attitude and stuff that may be hindering that as well. Can't get anything.
Well, yeah, I'd heard people talk about that.
Right. Jimmy says we have no clear commits in basketball for next year yet. Unusual for Kentucky basketball.
And it's kind of concerning. I mean, I know that you can go out and do damage in the portal, so it's not as desperate a big deal as it could be. But I mean, you want to at least have a couple names coming in. Like we were pumped this year, having Jasper and Hawthorne and some of these guys coming in. So we're going to have to get a couple. I feel like if he could land one of these recruits and go ahead and get somebody in here, I think it would kind of calm the storm as well. Just with the negativity. I think beating Indiana really helped things. I love the hustle. I love the heart that we played with in that game. And I want to see us continue that. And I'm kind of pumped up. Jaden Quaintance, they said he's practiced now, 3 full days in a row. So I'm hoping we can see him come back in spurts, man. He's going to be a 5 that can spread the floor. It's going to be fun. Yeah,
it definitely will be. Icon says when JMI is trying to, quote, micromanage every little thing, players don't want to hamstring the rules and every little thing. Man,
they don't want to have to answer to somebody else about the money all the time. They don't want to have to give the money that should be going in their pocket to somebody else. So absolutely. Let's see here.
Okay, so I will say this. 7 hours ago, UK Sports Network did say it's official. Former Texas A&M defensive coordinator Jay Bateman is joining Kentucky staff as the defensive coordinator.
Yep.
So that is one coach. We now have general managers for football. That's a new thing too. General manager and assistant general manager. I agree. A headliner name helps draw the crowds. JQ. Did I say that? Yeah. JQ is said to be starting against St. John's.
Now, I'd be surprised if he starts coming back from injury, but I mean, he might. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I think Pope's going to have him on a short leash regardless, just because he don't want to, push him too much in the first game back. But
gotcha. So, Mark, your wife has texted me saying that there's 4 black dogs, 3 blonde dogs, and 1 brown.
Yeah, I got the update too. That's why I looked depressed there a second ago. 8 puppies, and we don't know if there's more or not. So anybody out there going to be wanting a puppy in a month or so, let us know because we're going to have some.
Yes, that should be fun. Listen, we're at 42 minutes, and we're kind of rambling anyways now. The pups do look cute. She sent pictures with this as well. Don't talk to my wife because we cannot take one, but they are pretty cute.
Yeah, y'all going to get one.
Guys, we thank you all so much for joining us on this episode, and thank you to Amelia again, who joined us. Let's see here. Johnny's got a comment. I heard someone from Arkansas is joining UK football staff.
I don't know.
Yep. But we got a Merry Christmas, I guess.
Well, we'll have a Merry Christmas as well. Well, but are we going to do a show next Wednesday? Because it's going to be
Wednesday,
New Year's or Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
so
I guess we probably won't.
We could maybe do one Tuesday, possibly.
Maybe Tuesday. Actually, maybe Wednesday, because Tuesday, my wife and I, we got to work the Christmas lights down here.
Maybe we can do on location down at the lights.
Hey, that would be kind of cool. But anyways, guys, we're so thankful for everybody that subscribed, liked, shared, and all that whole 9 yards. As always, we do thank you for that. Do a holiday special. That might be fun. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see. I'm going to call it a night myself. Heard that, Jimmy. But
yeah, it's bedtime.
Where can everybody find you at, Mark Lawson?
You can find me at DJ Mark Lawson on Instagram and on X. And I apologize, I'm not really active on those two. I do check them quite often, but I don't really say a lot on them. You can find me on Facebook at Mark Lawson. You can find me on the radio calling ball games. You can find me a little bit everywhere.
Yeah. Of course, subscribe to our YouTube, youtube.com/CatsChatPod. You can find me on social medias, MD Lawson00 at all social media platforms. And, appreciate all the likes and subscribes. Again, I've said it about 18 times now. But
I really appreciate you guys getting in here and talking with us. So
yes, it makes it a lot more interesting for us because some of the questions for Amelia was really interesting that I wouldn't have thought to ask. And I liked yours about if we went to Australia, what would be a restaurant? That was pretty smart. But if you haven't heard anything we've said all day, please listen to this because it's the most important thing that you can live your life by. 3 simple rules. Number 1, love God. Number 2, love others. And number 3, love Kentucky sports.
God bless.